play me? How you gonna tell a bitch you never met me? Alright, and you did it, so what? But we was in love. So how you gonna tell her that you didn't know?
I get straight to me. You always tell me that you need me, and I'm weak cause I believe you, and I'm mad because I love you. So I stop and think that maybe you can learn to appreciate me. Then it all remains the same, that you ain't never gonna change, never gonna change, never gonna change. My baby, come on, baby. And my heart can't take no more.
YouTube, it's your girl Tiana Thickness. Y'all, this is going to be a great journey on my new and improved channel. I've been had my channel, but it's time for an upgrade. It was time for reinstruction. It was time for an upgrade. Tiana Thickness YouTube channel. I want to bring you guys so much dope content, and I'm going to deliver. You're not going to be disappointed. And you're going to start seeing like new stuff because I'm very, very much new. I'm going to be real, y'all. I am not a real YouTuber. So a lot of things you're going to see is real, authentic, and from the heart. Because listen, I'm going to just give y'all me. So I got so many collabs and videos that I've just been doing and just working. I've been working really hard just to give you guys the greatest and funniest content. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You're gonna get emotional Tiana, you're gonna get funny Tiana, you're gonna get real Tiana. I'm the type of person, I am Aquarius, I am very transparent and I don't care. Sometimes I overshare and that's okay. But what matters is you're going to get raw, real, and uncut, okay? I was just thinking, right? What can I bring YouTube that nobody really brings to YouTube, right? It's so many. It's probably somebody out there that already done it. But when I was younger, right? When I was a teenager in my teenage years, I had two best friends, right? We was teenagers. You feel me? We was teenagers and we was just so bored with life. Like, we just did teenager stuff, dumb shit. So at the time, you know, it was AIM Out, it was Messenger, it was fucking Skonex, it was MySpace, it was Facebook in its peak, but Facebook wasn't Facebook, but it was Facebook. It wasn't Facebook now, but it was Facebook, you feel me? And we had like Twitter before it was X, like, you get what I'm saying? Like back in them days, and I'm talking about like when Instagram first started, right? Me and my friends used to catfish. Not because we was ugly, you know what I'm saying? We had a little razzle-dazzle, but you get what I'm saying? We wasn't ugly, we was just bored as fuck and being teenage girls. And this shit got so serious, y'all. It got so freaking serious. So, I'm gonna just jump straight into it. I'm gonna get to the point, okay? I just had to do my little introduction. So, let me tell y'all, right? Okay, so this is gonna be a series, right? So I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up. I'm gonna bring y'all a catfish edition series to YouTube. Yes. Now, I can't say their names, and I'm not gonna tell y'all the name that I was using, but it's a series. So some of them is connected to each other, so you might, if you keep up, you might hear something about somebody in another video. But today is the first edition, okay? We gonna just jump straight right into it. I know I'm all over the place, but look, we gonna jump right into it. So I'm gonna tell y'all where it first started, because I'm gonna take y'all back to my first. Now I had a little, you know, I see my friends catfish niggas here and there, whatever like that. Now we was a whole community. I had two best friends do it. Then I linked up with my sis, you feel me? And we was doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like, we had a whole community. Like, we was unstoppable. Like, and we wasn't calling it catfish back in the day. That's just some shit they created. We was calling it OFB. That's official fake business, period. If you know, you know. Period. I had little flings or whatever here and there, but I ain't take nobody serious. So, let me tell you, this is going to be an emotional roller coaster. I have fell in love with all my niggas because I am a lover girl, okay? And when people be like, oh, you can't fall in love with somebody you never met before, you can't fall in love over the phone, you can't do this, you can't do that, shut the fuck up, because you can, okay? I had relationships, I cried, I got my heart broken, I got cheated on, I got, you feel me? You feel me? I got jealous before. I got, oh my God, I went through the emotions, okay? And I ain't gonna front. My little character was a little thotty, you feel me? But I had two characters, right? So my first original one, right? We gonna call her, I don't know, let's call her Trixie, right? So Trixie, right? Trixie was my main girl, right? Or whatever. And my friend was like, yo, you wanna fake somebody? I got somebody. Because my friends had bitches by the load. They was some pretty foreign females. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, these girls was nothing to play with, but they was mad cute. Most of them came from the Bronx. Most of them came from Brooklyn. It don't matter. They was fire. They was using them. But me, I only had like two main characters. And I'm explaining, okay? One of them died and came back to life and she gave it to me. But that's besides the point. I know you're like, what? But it gets really crazy. Alright, so boom, I had Trixie. Trixie was my main girl. Like, I love Trixie. She was so beautiful, so pretty. She was Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican and black. You feel me? Even though I know she was fully Puerto Rican, but I had to add some black in there because at the end of the day, it's me. It's me. So I'm gonna come as me. You feel me? Alright, y'all. So I'm gonna just get straight into it. So we're gonna name him Alan, right? Like I said, I had a little fling, but this was mine. You feel me? Now, again, you might hear these guys in the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Like, everybody is connected. Like, this is gonna be a real story time. Alright? Like, all my niggas, like, you feel me? Because I might say some shit like, I might go with Alan, but Greg already here acting crazy. You feel me? So it was a lie. But let me tell you, and I ain't going front. Like, it got real. You gonna be like, Tiana, like, it got crazy. So anyway, I met this boy named Alan. He was from Hollis, Queens. I will say where they was from, but I would never say their name. And hey, if they ever stumble across this video and hear my voice, if you know, you know. I'm sorry, but you got. All right. I feel bad, but look, we was in love. At least I showed you what it was to have an emotional attachment, because that's what it is, emotional attachment, period. I taught you, you taught me how to have an emotional attachment to somebody, period. In real time, I probably was like 13. He probably was like, in real time, he probably was like, what, 15, 16 going. He was young, just like me. And I remember just talking to him on MySpace. Like I said, my homegirl was like, yo, you want to fake this girl? I got her. Her name was Trixie or whatever. And that's just been my bitch ever since. Like, she had some videos. She had some pictures. She was just fire. So me and Alan, we would talk on the phone all the time like that or whatever. And he became like my first love in official fake business. And we're going to call it OFB. So this series is going to be called OFB Volume 1. So when y'all see that, y'all know what's up. Like, I'm gonna put videos in between, but when y'all see that, y'all know it's automatically a story time. You feel me? About a nigga that got. Period. Look, I got too. So let me not. So anyway, me and Alan, we was fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my nigga. You feel me? Like, I fucked with Alan. Like, Alan was there for a very long time, throughout everything, throughout it all, right? So the thing with Alan was, he was a cool nigga, but he was sneaky. If I remember correctly, I think he was a Sag. I'm not sure, I forgot. He probably was I think he was a Sag, if I'm not mistaken. Was Alan a Sag? Damn, I used to know everything about Alan. I want to say his real name so bad, but I can't. But anyway, Alan was my bae or whatever. Like I said, like, that was my main nigga. You feel me? Like, he was so perfect. I would talk to him all the time. He would be in the house. He lived with his mom. He was like Jamaican. He was light skinned. He was cute. Like, it's something about them light skinned Jamaicans that I'd be like, oh, he had nice lips. Like, he was just a vibe. Like, he was just dope. Like, he just understood Trixie. You get what I'm saying? And that just became her first love. Like, we went through it all. We used to talk every night. And of course, he said he want to link, but at that time, we wasn't in no rush, but we was just so in love. But we went through the motherfucking emotions. Now, him, let me tell you what this nigga did. First and foremost, Alan, okay, I thought nobody could play with me when it come to Alan. So, this is where Alan broke my heart. Because we're going to talk about how all these catfishes and stuff broke our hearts, and how, like, just the emotions. We can't just give it to y'all like, oh, I was just messing with them. Nah, we're gonna talk about what happened. So, and I'm gonna front, I did it to myself, but at the end of the day, so what? So now my best friend in real time, in real life, Tiana's best friend, you know, we needed to spice things up. So I had my favorite cousin. Her name was Lexi. This is my brother's girlfriend, little sister. That was my bitch, period. She was locked in with me in OFB. I had my sister over here and I had my best friends over here. So we had like a little community. So we always locked in. And we always in junior high school at the time. You feel me? So we needed to spice things up. So Lexi and Alan was like this. That was his favorite cousin. I was his favorite girl. So we was always locked in. They had some fake girl, a fake girl. My two best friends had fake girls, so we had like a little family. He didn't really know my best friends at the time. Now all of us collectively was cousins, so we got boom. Now one of my best friends had two girls, so we gonna name her Tasha and B. Let's do Tasha and B. And the other one was, let's say Jessica. So Jessica, right? So now we got Jessica, we got Tasha, we got B. So you got one best friend that's got two girls that play two sisters, but those my cousins. And you got my other best friend, she's playing Jessica, and that's my cousin too. And then we got my sister over here in real time, and she is playing my cousin, my favorite cousin on the other side. She don't really fuck with them because she don't know them like that, because she was with me all the time, even though she know them, but she don't really know them, you feel me? So we all locked in, but we playing a real role as this is my mom's side, this is my dad's side. We never established what side, but you get the point, right? Mad delusional. So anyway, now or whatever, so boom. So now I had to spice things up. So we get on AIM. I'm like, damn, Alan is too good for Trixie. Like, what's up? Like, at the end of the day, like, Alan is way too good for Trixie. And like, let's just spice things up. So I'm talking to Jessica one day, and that's my other best friend. It's talks like through this whole series, Tasha and B and Jessica is very important in this series. So I gotta remember these names too. So follow me in these delusional stories, you feel me? Tasha and B is my right hand. Jessica is my right hand. In real time, in real life, we three best friends. So we got a little community. In OFB world, we are cousins. So boom. So I'm like, yo, on AIM, I'm like, yo, Jessica, get cool with Alan and see if he try to talk to you. But don't just jump right into it. So at first I was debating like, should I really do that? I don't want to do that, you feel me? And my man fumbled, but I'm like, he ain't gonna fumble. He loved me. Bitch, first and foremost, let's just say this. Me and Alan have never talked about sex. Never did none of that. We was always lovey-dovey. If we ain't lovey-dovey, we arguing. We on the phone. We falling asleep together. He telling me about his whole family, his whole lifeline. Yeah, let me tell you, I'm thinking Alan is, Jessica showed me text messages. I get to my best friend's house, she's showing me text messages, and he's showing her his, you know what? And I was just so devastated. Like, I was crying. Like, my own cousin, you really gonna talk to my own cousin behind my back? And he knew that was my cousin. And I introduced them. Like, you know, like fake introduced them over AIM, right? So I was so devastated, y'all. I could have cried. Like, so one day, I don't know what happened, but for some reason, I just stopped talking to him. He never broke up with me. That nigga never broke up with me, right? But eventually, like, my cousin started to let me know, like, boom, I'm messing with your nigga. So I'm like, you know what? You could have him. You could have him. If that's what you want to do, you could have him. So I remember me and him breaking up. I remember that. I remember me and my man breaking up, and I was mad because it's like, how you going to cheat on me with my own cousin? I don't care if I set that up. I don't care if I lied you. How you going to forward, and how you going to do that with my own cousin? So now I'm, you know, I'm being the sad one on AIM. My away messages is mad sad, all of that, da 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 da. And one day he wrote me, he was like, what's the matter? I'm like, nothing, I'm just going through something, I'm just going through a lot, da da da. Now Jessica really didn't want him. She really didn't want him. She was just doing it for me, you feel me? But it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It really did not matter. And later on videos y'all gonna see, it don't even matter, because I'm the big Aquarius. You're not just going to take my man. I don't care if he set it up. You're not just going to take my man like that. Not just like that. You feel me? And my man, you ain't nothing. So, but I'm like, I'm just going through something. He like, you know what, I've been thinking, I miss you, I want you back, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, so now I got my man. So he wrote my cousin. He was like, you know, I want your big-headed ass cousin back. You know, that's my baby, da 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 da. So she was like, all right, y'all could be together. She didn't want you anyway, right? So I was just so devastated. I was crying. But at the end of the day, I took my man back like a dumb bitch, right? So now we together or whatever. So I'm like, okay. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, you really ain't shit. You really, really ain't shit. You feel me? You ain't shit. So one day, right, I'm sleeping. This is real timing. I'm sleeping. Some girl called my phone. And like I said, that's my man. Alan was Trixie's first love. She would do anything for him, even though he dated her cousin, even though he cheated on her with her cousin. Like, that's foul. But at the end of the day, I learned that. You feel me? And I got my man back. It was very much toxic. That's how I knew I was toxic. How do I take him back after he folded? Like, toxic, dumb bitch. So, boom. I won't tolerate that in real life. I smack the shit out of everybody. But anyway, I'm thinking some bitch playing, but she like, yo, you know Alan? I'm like, yeah, I know Alan. She was like, oh, I seen your number in his phone. I'm thinking it's a joke. You feel me? Because Alan would never. Like, I thought Alan would never. Still thinking in my head, Alan a goody two shoes. This is before I knew the game. This is before I knew niggas was sneaky. I just knew, like, there's no way. Because my Alan talks to me every day. And the only other person in my delusional mind that he was talking to was Jessica. You get what I'm saying? So some girl was like, no, he told me all about you. He said he never met you. He told me you was a hoe. He told me you was this, you was that, how you don't mean nothing to him, or whatever like that, or whatever like that. So he in the background, and I'm like, Alan, you serious? He like, yo, tell her we never met. I'm like, you serious? Like, we was together for years, and I'm crying. I'm like, Alan, I'm so done with you. I don't want to be with you no more. You this, you that. Like, I was really in my bag, really in the floor. Because how you gonna play me? How you gonna tell a bitch you never met me? All right, and you did it, so what? But we was in love. So how you gonna tell her that you didn't know me? When we be on the phone all the time, we went through mad stuff together. Nigga, I took you back when you cheated on me with my cousin. Fuck out of here. Nigga, we was together. At this point, me and Alan was together for like a couple of like, 2 years? Fuck out of here. And I was really locked in. You couldn't tell me nothing about Alan. Every time he wanted to meet me, I had mad excuses. But I didn't care. Like, I didn't care. Because how you gonna play me? Oh, let me finish telling you. So the girl like, no, fuck out of here. Yeah, stop calling his phone. Like, just on some bird stuff. And I'm like, girl, at the end of the day, so what? Like, I'm like, what? So he's still trying to play me. He's still trying to play Trixie and all of that and stuff like that. And that was, yeah, that's when Alan broke my little heart. That's when I was crying and I realized Alan was nothing but a stupid boy, and I thought he was just a goody two shoes, and I thought Alan was just this big deal, y'all. I thought Alan was just the one, y'all. Like, dead ass. And yeah, he broke Trixie little first heart, and it was over for that. So now, boom. Let me tell y'all another story, right? Let me tell y'all another victim. My friend, my best friend that had Tasha and B or whatever, the two cousins, remember I said that? Boom. She like, yo. I'm like, yo, Trixie don't upload pictures no more. Like, I'm tired of using her pictures, bro. Like, she don't upload no pictures no more. Like, at this point, my character was just getting old pictures. And I would see, like, Jessica and Tasha and B have mad new pictures. And I'm like, yo, like, I need new content type shit. So, one thing about my best friend that had them two characters, she gonna find you a girl. She gonna find you one. So she was like, yo, I got another girl. I killed her. But you could make her come alive. Like, she literally... So what she used to do was, when it was time to see the niggas, somebody got killed, somebody got shot, somebody got raped, somebody got stabbed, and she killed one of the girls, right? So she like, yo, I'm not using her no more. You can have her. This girl was so beautiful, yo. When I tell you this girl was just perfect, she was just so beautiful. And her name was Trixie. I still use Trixie, but it was another name that I used, but I'm gonna stick with Trixie because I love that. So now she introduced me. So now we off Alan, right? We off Alan, and then we meet some guy. I meet a guy named we was on like you remember that live stream shit? Remember live stream? That shit used to be lit. If you know, you know, right? I think like Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, and all of them used to be on that shit. Like live stream was just fire, right? That was like the first thing, like from Uvu, live stream. That was like the first FaceTimes. Like if you know, you fucking know. And my friends was already in tune. Jessica and Tasha and B was already in tune with these niggas. It was this guy named we gonna name him Mel, because I don't even want to like name him like, I don't want to name him close. We're gonna name him Mel. We're gonna name him Mel, right? So I see Mel and I'm like, who that? He fine. Like, oh, now Mel? I'm like, oh, who that? Oh, he fine. He's fine. Now Mel? Oh, he took me on a roller coaster, baby. We hurt that boy so bad. But wait till the next video so I could talk about Mel. Okay? Oh, cool.